Okay, so this male feminist who's pretending to be an egalitarian, that way he can have his little bias shit and pretend that he's not being biased. And if you see this video, you'll see that he doesn't exactly cite much of his sources except for the CDC and I think the Huffington Post, and that's really about it. But as to where y'all can see where I got my stuff pretty much ready to go, you can see right here the FBI and so on. I'm not going to sit here and put it here on the side and tell you these are facts when they can be from some, what is it, a dot, it's .org, which is dot organization, basically meaning it is biased. I'm not going to do all that. I'm actually going to make sure it's unbiased, keep it government and all that as much as I can. I think there's a few that are not. But again, you're going to see them. That way you know I'm not going somewhere too crazy, because I'm not going to just show a picture right here and leave it at that and pretend that, oh no, I'm not making this up. So for example, like right here, let's see, right here where we just said, oh, because of the white name and so on. Let's see if I can find it without playing any of his stuff. Rape Crisis Center. I mean, this is about it. Rape.org. .org. That's an organization. Which, okay, fine. You could be, but I mean, the Huffington Post and all that. Come on, they're pretty left leaning. Let's see, but he doesn't really click and read the articles. He's just reading the headlines. Again, .org, The Guardian. Okay, fine. I guess I've used The Guardian, but still. I mean, okay, right here. Victor, where are the sources? Where is it? He just talks about it. That's it. But he's sitting here trying to debunk Lauren Southers. So, okay, fine. He touches on a few things that I'm going to go into. He talks about how women are being objectified and so on. So, first, let's get into his thing because he gets mad saying about how, sorry, I feel like I'm coming down with something. He goes in talking about how, Muslims are being banned from school, which is not a ban. It is a 90-day thing for deeper background checks. He believes in stricter gun control and thinks we should have deeper background checks. So why not from people who've come from or around countries that are proven to be a threat? You can look up all these the attacks. Paris, France, China, fucking Japan, the ones that happen here. I mean, yeah, there's some domestic, but he's not going to act like, oh, it's like, no, they're mostly. Like, no, they're not. They are not. If you look around the world, it's mostly from Muslim countries. So here's why East Asia. People who don't really have a high Muslim population. We're gonna see. And he goes from 2002 and he gets a picture from 1902 showing how white people are taking over or had the majority in college. So if you can go to 1902, I'm pretty sure I can go here to 2014. So let's see. Southeast Asia working in inaugural DRWG, whatever the fuck, I don't know what the last stands for. Meeting was held in August in Indonesia, Australia. The Japanese government continued to participate in the national country. Okay, not that we're going into it. But, join ISIL further. Okay, so let's see. Recruitment video calling for Indonesians to join ISIS. Okay, so they wanted them in Indonesia. There we are. Support for ISIS and the President Yudhoyono outlined a series of measures to counter. Okay, Malaysia also demonstrated its political will. So here we go. Again, there they are. Philippines Comprehensive Agreement. I don't know what the fuck. The More Islamic Liberation Front. Okay, so there we are. China. The Chinese government has claimed that the Chinese citizens operate within the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant. ISIL, the Middle East, has taken action to prevent its citizens from traveling to Syria and Iraq. So again, China is having these kind of problems. Domestic acts of terror. Okay, here we are. So are the characterism of an effort to prevent additional domestic acts of terrorism. Because for those of you who don't know, wait, what is this? Influence of Xinjiang? Oh, this right here. These are the people who were responsible for the Kunming massacre, where I don't think they killed all that many people admittedly. I think it was obviously must have been 5 for it to be considered a massacre, but where there's 130 people got stabbed in a subway in China. And this right here I think is something they did after the attack. After. It wasn't like they went over there bombing them and then these guys got mad. And then he goes in about women being objectified. So, okay, women being objectified. 2015. Women versus men searches. Keep in mind, this is from Pornhub right here. As you can see. Women, top search, lesbian, threesome. That's obviously, most likely, if they're looking for lesbian, then 2 women and 1 guy. You would imagine, but don't know for sure. Squirting, black cartoon, lesbian scissoring, gangbang, which I would imagine there's more than 1 woman at least. Teen, Japanese. Again. And, I don't know what the fuck ebony is, so this black ain't for guys. Hentai, I can't believe that's even on there. Babysitter, big black cock, stepmom. So, yeah, as you can see, women kind of look up things with, obviously, for more girls, something with, obviously more women. This is done. Let's see. Search for more often by women compared to men. Okay, lesbian scissoring. Again, 766% more than men. Admittedly, not as high as a guy doing it. I don't know what the hell ebony is, but ebony, lesbian, girl on girl, lesbian. Keep in mind, this is 400% more, and 542% more than men. This is what they're looking for more than men. So in other words, if 100 guys looking at this up, there's 500 women looking it up. He goes on about how men are more violent and so on, saying that men are more violent than women and all this other crap, and this is why this. Okay, so let's go into this right here. As you can see, HHS.gov is basically for child protectives and so on. 36.6% of victims were maltreated by their mothers acting alone. 18.7% by their fathers acting alone. And let's go all the way up here to page 14. And let's see. Oh, right here. Was it? Oh no, wait. I passed. Who abused and neglected children? 82% pressure rate between the ages. Okay, blah blah blah. Wait. 90%, nearly 90%, 85.9% fatalities were comprised of white. Girls died of abuse 1.94. Boys died 2.54. More than one half. 53.5% portrayals were women. 45.3% were men. Again, so here we are. Women are actually more likely to kill children. But I think I'm going to have to kind of go out of order here, so I'm hoping I don't mess up. Duluth model, because he's talking about how women are abused more. So a better intervention program based in the United States is based off feminist theory. So if feminists were actually about equality, why is it feminist theory posting that domestic violence is a result of patriarchal ideology in which men are encouraged and expected to control their partners? Critics argue that the method can be ineffective and as it was developed without minority communities, can be failed to address root physical, psychological or emotional causes of abuse and additional completely neglecting male victims. Right here, in addition to completely neglect. So feminist theory, people who are against feminism, obviously, are saying that it's neglecting men. I believe. Oh, okay, here we are. You know what? We're gonna go into it just because. Black Americans, 13. They make up 13% of the population. Whereas whites make up 77% of the population. But let's see. Murder and knowledge of manslaughter, 4,000 from whites. Blacks, 4,149. Yet they make up 13% of the population. 77%. 13 versus 40, 77. Now let me go back in order here. I'm sorry for doing that, but you know what? I was just kind of mad because he mostly touches on rape, so I think I should kind of touch on that last. So let's see. Rape victims for the period of 1995 to 2013. There was no significant reduction in the students and non-students in the rates of rape or sexual assault for black, non-Hispanics, Hispanics, and so on, blah, blah, blah. But let's see. The rate of sexual 1.6 times higher than the female. And I think I must have put it here on the wrong spot, admittedly. I was kind of scrolling through these. Let's go up to some of the tables here. Okay, male and female. Obviously, look, I'm not going to sit here and say this. Keep in mind, though, there is actually a lot more men don't really report being raped, in all honesty. Let's see. Rate 1.4%, 6.1. So 6.1 out of every 1,000. 6.1% of 1,000, if I remember correctly. But again, I'm not saying this is good. These are good numbers. Do not take this the wrong way. But obviously, I mean, you can never have it down to 0. Completed rape, 2%. Attempted rape, 1.5% out of 1,000. Usually that's how these stats work. Again, I'm not saying this is good, but still. But let me get into this. Right here, Time Magazine. Because again, if you can use The Guardian and all that, then I can use Time and so on. The CDC's rape numbers are misleading. So here we go. I mean, they're talking about it. Both critics and supporters of the CDC methodology are striking desperately between the CDC figures and the Justice Department's crime statistics based on the national crime. So again, see, they can't even get that right. If you checked out Christina Hoff Sommers, she even states that they actually did not do that a very scientific way. Was they just basically called some woman up, and I don't know why I got these on, I don't fucking need them. They called some woman up and just, hey, were you ever sexually assaulted? Were you ever raped? And so on. Keep in mind, there are women who do consider sleeping with the guy when they got drunk. When the woman was drunk and she slept with a guy willingly, she'll consider it rape, or, and then because she realized he wasn't as attractive as she thought he was. It's not exactly common, but it does happen. Let's see. The rape epidemic by women. Column. The CDC figures depicted in face value. Then the most also conclude that far from being a product of patriarchal violence against women, rape culture is two-way street. There are plenty of female perpetrators and male victims. Victims of rape 1.7 in their lifetime are too few to reliable estimate, blah, blah, blah. But again, in short, right here. Okay, in short, men are raped by women nearly the same rate women are raped by men. This is from USA Today. Alright, let's see. When men are raped, keep in mind, again, .gov. Like, USA Today. See, I'm not using biased sources. At least I'm trying not to. But again, if you can use news outlets and stuff, so can I. The rate of adult males has been largely neglected and collectively denied, and the invisibility has given rise to the notion that just does not occur in our society. While some acknowledgement of the male rape is present in jails has emerged in recent years, he was denying or saying that's just not true. Remember that. The most honest guy on YouTube doesn't check into his stuff. Alright, but, oh, here we go. I'm sorry, I was doing this after, here we go, people with HIV. And the reason why I'm doing this is because if it's for everyone, then, you know, I just want to bring up everything. Fine, blacks, people with HIV, whites, Hispanics, black heterosexual women, black heterosexual men, Hispanic, Latin heterosexual women with heterosexual women. I'm going to throw everything but the kitchen sink, I guess. Okay, so here we go. Here's the CDC one. Here's the one from 2012 that I believe he's citing, where it does state 1 in 5 women, which, okay, fine. Fine. But again, as I said, there's a little debate with them and the Bureau of Justice Statistics, or Service, I believe. Title X, though. Because he was saying about how, you know, feminists are arguing about women's rights and so on. Let's pretend they did get rid of Planned Parenthood. Let's pretend they did. Oh, and I want to go back to this. Damn it. I did bring up the other one. I don't know where it went. The CDC one. Because I also want to give both sides of the argument. The CDC does say that. It is true. He doesn't cite... He shows it, but he doesn't really cite it. He just talks about the headline. The family has clinically played critical role for ensuring access to a broad range of family planning and prevention and preventative health service. So, we already have something in place of Planned Parenthood in case, on the off chance, Planned Parenthood does go away. I don't see it happening. I really don't. But let's pretend. Let's humor that possibility. We still have this. And I do believe, okay, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I did do this model. Psychology Today. I'm sorry. Oh, male sexual assault have been often marginalized in many societies according to the blah. I'm not going to go through all this bullshit. Here's some of the myths, though. Men can be raped. Real men can defend themselves against rape. Only gay men are victims and perpetrators of rape. Keep my Psychology Today. Women cannot sexually assault a man. So this is the reasons why men's rape is so underreported. This is the reason. So, okay. I mean, I'm kind of like, cause I know I'm jumping around here and I'm just kind of giving extra shit. But, yeah, okay, that's pretty much it. Okay. So we established that, according to, you know, was the USA Today and all that, men are raped just as much as women. And I believe, if I remember correctly, it was by women, just as much as women are raped by men. Or, I doubt that, I really do, but no, I think it was men are raped just as much as women, so there's that. Women are more likely to kill their own children. The Duluth model makes it where men are automatically the perpetrators in a domestic abuse disturbance. So even if a woman does hit a man, under the Duluth model, he's the one who's going to be arrested anyway, unless it's completely clear that he was defending himself. He talks about, other thing. Let me see, what was it? The whole quotas and all that. No, I find that insulting. I really do. The fact, first of all, black or minorities are not held back. If you look, well, that's one of the reasons I was showing the whole thing with HIV and the crime statistics. Minorities commit more crimes than white people, even though the fact they're minorities. They commit more crimes. They actually commit just as much. They commit the same number, but percentage-wise, they commit more. And I find it really insulting that I need some kind of thing there to, protect me. That is not equality. If you have to put a law that says I have to be given a position, in other words, I would be able to get into a college before either one of these two because of my skin color. How insulting is that? Honestly, think about that. It's basically, because of your skin color, you're a victim. Oh, but don't worry, you're a strong individual. But you're a victim. It's, oh, you're not smart enough to get into college on your own. You're a minority, you're not smart enough. Don't worry. Our gender, or our quotas, racial quotas will make sure you get into college and get that good education. I mean, oh, you're a strong, smart woman, but here's a gender quota to make sure, or just so you get, you get into college because you mustn't be as smart as a man. No, or you mustn't be as capable as a man. No, that's not how this works. Quotas are actually more of an insult than anything. So no, again, show your sources. Show them. I want to see them. I want to know they're not being made up. I want to know they're not fake. For claiming to be the most honest guy, there's no, there's nothing from a government website. There's nothing proven it's from a government website. It could be from anything. You can go to, I'm not saying he did, but I'm saying you could go to, Everyday Feminism, pull out some of their statistics, because he doesn't show anything. It's just the graph, and that's it. I mean, where are they getting their stuff? They could claim it's from something, but I've seen things claim it, and then when you click on their link to find out the source, you find out it just takes you to another part of the page, and that's it. It could be completely fabricated. I mean, I'm trying to take him at his word. I really am. Please don't think I'm not, but I want sources. Like, this is the reason why I do it right here. I'm showing you. I'm clicking on it. This is why I'm fucking up, It's like, you see me screw up because this isn't rehearsed. There's no cuts. As you can see, there's no jump cuts. I'm not faking it. But again, no, you didn't wreck anything. There was no proof. Citation needed. And for all of it, I already proved that women are more likely to look up, other women. So yes, when you on the off chance you actually type in sexy into Google and get nothing but women, well, if women are mostly looking up, or women look up another woman quite a bit, they're not really gonna care. I actually have other videos touching on all these topics. Oh man, my mouth is dry from all that. But again, East Asia. I'm not even going to go into it, backtrack. I already did my sources. I already showed it. And I even showed the one from the CDC to give the counter argument. The others I really couldn't because I don't know where they came from. I'm going to start from the Huffington Post, which it's a news thing. Again, I don't really like using all that, but I will when absolutely necessary. I'm just not big on it. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think, what you didn't like about what I said. I mean, if I'm wrong, please feel free to tell me. But do me a favor, just don't tell me I'm wrong and so on. I want links, and I want it to unbiased sources. Again, I don't want. For example, I have one that I want to improve on about the Second Amendment. I'm not gonna go to the NRA's website and say, "Here, see." No, I'm not gonna do that. But at the same time, I'm not gonna go to every town for gun safety and go look up what they got. I'm going to go to the Bureau of Justice Service, the FBI, so on. Why? Because these people are taking in the numbers And for me to say this is my argument without being biased is the best thing that I have. Especially from the federal government, which for the last 8 years was... No, I can't say last 8 years because even Bush wasn't all that pro-gun, I don't think. Yeah, I think even Clinton, did his ban. But the group of people were sitting there saying they're dangerous and we need to put limitations, so no full automatics and blah, 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 all that shit. They're the ones that I'm using the arguments from. And that's my whole thing, is I want to be as unbiased as I can. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's fine. But at least don't be biased and you try and prove me wrong. Anyway, again, I'm going to stop it. I'm sorry for taking so long. Please like, comment, subscribe. Again, cite sources, make it as unbiased as possible. You prove me wrong, I will totally redo a video saying that I was wrong. You guys take care.